Okay, folks, Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, coming to you tonight from Will's Alley Pub and Sports Lounge here in Tawnytown. The owner, quite gracious, allowed me to go ahead. Just wanted to kind of tone it down a little bit for my little get-together with you this evening. Before some of you that might be getting ready to watch the Super Bowl. So tonight we have two topics we're going to talk about this evening. And one of them is going to be tow vehicles. You know, which tow vehicle is right for you, and how to match that up to your RV, or the proper RV for that matter. Or two, we're going to talk about home delivery of RVs. That is something that has been, they've had a few companies that are doing that. There's another company looking to roll that out nationwide, and just want to give you an insight on some things that you might want to consider. So for more information on anything I cover here this evening, you have my contact information will be below, or you can just shoot me a comment. If there's something in particular, another particular type of topic that you would like me to cover, by all means, just shoot me a comment below, shoot me an email, give me a call. Or if you have any questions about what, or you want maybe go in a little more depth of what we discovered or discussed here this evening, by all means, reach out to me. So let's go ahead and start this evening with tow vehicles and what tow vehicle is right for your RV. Now, folks, best way to do this would be in the event that you didn't have your tow vehicle yet. Best way to do it is to go out, find the RV that you love, you'll fall in love with, and then get the RV that will work for the, or sorry, back up on that one, sorry about that. So you go out and find the RV that's going to work for you, and then go find the tow vehicle that is the correct one for that particular RV. Now, it's sad, folks, but in most cases, the people in the RV industry know more about the tow capabilities of the vehicles than the car dealers selling their vehicles. It's really sad, but be sure that you check that. Now, what are you looking for? Number one, you're going to be looking for your tow capacity. Now, let's talk about, well, how do I want to go ahead and figure that? Let's say that you have a 5,000-pound tow capacity. That means that you're going to have a 500-pound tongue weight rating for that particular hitch receiver. It's 10% of your tow capacity. Now, in some cases, folks, your hitch receiver may have a separate setting or a separate rating if you use weight distribution. So the case-by-case base, we can look at that. So if you're using weight distribution, what weight distribution does, it basically distributes the weight so that you're towing level. I'm sure you've all seen vehicles towing down the road where they're V'd in the middle, and that's just what that does. That's very dangerous, folks, because what you're doing is you're taking the weight off of the front wheels, and it is not allowing you the steering capabilities that vehicle is set for. So it becomes very dangerous. Anybody, you know, doing that to you, they're just not doing you and your family a service. They're doing you a disservice. And from a safety standpoint, it's not the right thing to do. So that's number one. So you want to look at the ratings of the RV and your vehicle. Now, how do you do that? Ford has a great website. It's called Fleet Ford, or FordFleet.com, where you can go on there, and down at the bottom of that, there's a tow rating, and you go in there, and it's for every year. You can just click on that. Brings up the tow ratings for all the Ford vehicles, and you can see there. If you know how to decipher what is in your owner's manual, you can do that. Now let's talk about tow ratings also for your vehicles, because a lot of people don't realize you may have, let's talk about, because it's typically the less tow capacity you have, the more careful you've got to be in a lot of cases. And let's talk about minivans. Because a lot of times minivans, you know, you have a 3,500-pound tow capacity. However, what people fail to realize, that is if, with just the driver driving the vehicle. If you have anybody else that you put in your vehicle, or any other cargo that you put in your vehicle, that is subtracted from your tow rating. So if you have 3,500-pound tow rating, and you have 500 pounds of people and cargo you're putting in your vehicle, you're down to 3,000 pounds. So that gets to be, you know, quite an issue, especially when you're dealing with a minivan or something light. So take that in consideration. Something else you may want to look at is a lot of these vehicles also will put a comment in their owner's manual talking about wind frontage or square footage of the front of a camper that you're allowed to tow. So just look at those different things and see what particular thing works for you. Ideally, the best way to do things would be to bring your tow vehicle, if you already have it, bring it to the dealer when you're looking at your RV. Then they can look at that and tell you whether or not they're going to need to upgrade the hitch receiver, what type of brake controller they're going to need to put on it, and so forth. Keep in mind, if you're buying a motorhome, they do have tow ratings as well. And you've got to be really careful with that, because some manufacturers, they make it seem like their motorhomes can tow more than they really can. They'll put a 7,000 pound hitch receiver on the back, and when you break down the numbers, there's no way, unless it's just you in the vehicle, you carry no water, you have no cargo, you're not going to be towing 7,000 pounds behind you. Now, I realize, folks, that when you look at people with motorhomes towing down the road, I mean, I have seen people that have towed 12,000 pound horse trailers behind a motorhome that had a rating for 5,000. Now, obviously, they've upgraded the hitch, and of course, they've really overloaded the capacities there. But keep in mind, people do certain things, and whether it's right or not, typically with RVs, you're not being pulled over. But what you've got to watch for, folks, is that in the event that you were in an accident, did the RV that you were towing, did it exceed the rating of your vehicle? Because that's when it could be coming in question. So again, for any more information on that particular subject, if you have any questions, by all means, come by, give me a call. They're at Beckley's Camping Center. I'd be more than happy to talk about your specific situation. Now let's get on to the next topic here, which is home delivery of RV. Now this has been going on for a number of years, and folks, don't believe it if they're telling you that it is a free service, because there's a cost involved with that. And here's the downside to that, in my opinion. I've been in the business since 2001. The difference is this: if you were to purchase, if I were in your business here at Beckley's Camping Center, the day you come in to pick it up, I am the one that shows you through that camper. And I can't tell you how many times that while I'm showing you through the camper, maybe a light bulb burns out, maybe a battery needs it, maybe the generator, something happens to the generator, needs an adjustment, maybe you have an issue with the thermostat, maybe I have an issue with the coupler in the oven, maybe it's not lighting properly, maybe it needs an adjustment because maybe it's burning a little bit too hot. Number of different things that do happen because it is an RV on wheels. Or I'm sorry, it's a house on wheels, being your RV. But so as it goes down the road, things are going to tend to have issues. That's why we talk about shakedown cruises. Take a trip, shake it down, make sure you get everything worked out. If you need to, bring it back to the dealer so we'll work those things out. So keep that in mind when they're going to bring it to your house. Now, I know they're going to tell you, listen, our delivery driver is going to show you through everything. Our delivery guy is a mechanic. And so if there's anything that needs adjustments, they can do that. Folks, it doesn't work quite that well. And some of you may have already bought an RV in the past, and maybe there's an issue with a cabinet door. Maybe there's a scratch on a dinette table. Maybe there's this or that. Those things, it's much easier to handle while you're at the dealership to get the PDI department involved, get them to take the necessary pictures to make sure that you are covered and that whatever you are owed, that it is documented for you. So there's a major company getting ready to roll out one. Folks, you just got to be aware of that. Now, for some people, this maybe you're handy and maybe you're able to take care of things yourself, but be careful of that. It is, in my opinion, much easier for you to go to a dealership and pick up your RV. And folks, I highly recommend that you buy local. If in fact you have a dealer that is a reputable dealer, they have good reviews, and you have good service department. Because folks, I'll tell you what, I know all the blogs that are out there, and they talk about how you can get service anywhere. Folks, yes, you can get service anywhere, but I'll guarantee you one thing: it's not going to be priority service. So, if at all possible, try to buy local. But if you have to go out of state or go for a distance to buy one, buy it from a company that's going to work for you. And remember one important thing: best price is not always your best deal. So, appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed this information. For those of you going to watch the game, hope you enjoy it. And we'll be coming back at you next Sunday. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking what you're hearing here. Subscribe to my page. I've got a ton of information out there. I've got product recommendations. I have some how-to videos, as well as product reviews. Different motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, pop-ups, the whole 9 yards. If there is something in particular that you would like me to review, let me know. Shoot me a comment, give me a call, and if we have something on our lot, I will do my best to get that reviewed. And again, you all have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of the evening. Take care.